Hey, PJ Ground Pounder here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we will be getting into some mapping. So let's get after it. Okay, so today we will be using the Harley ride planner. And how I start here, I go up to create. As you can see here, push create. Alrighty. Then I'll come over here and I'll name my ride test ride. And then we'll have a start location. Okay, and then we'll type in a start location. Pasadena. So we'll be starting from Pasadena, California. Okay, the map will start to populate for us. And then we'll add a location. Okay, Fort Stockton, Texas. Allow it to populate. So as you can see here, our map has drawn a line from California, from Pasadena, California to Fort Stockton, Texas. It gives us the miles here. Our mileage is 1,041 miles, and that's a 15-hour, 5-minute ride. Tack on about 2 hours in that, so probably about 17 hours of travel right there. So then we'll just go ahead to the next leg. Okay, which is a rather long leg, but whatever you're comfortable with traveling, that's how you can do it. And again, this is just a test, just to give you an idea how I do my mapping with Ride Planner. So we'll call the next stop Jacksonville, Florida, and we'll click on it there, Jacksonville, Florida, and it'll populate for us. And then it'll draw that line from the beginning, Pasadena, California, over to stop number 2, location number 2, Fort Stockton, then over to Jacksonville. And we'll make this ride. We'll go on down to Key West, Florida, and then we'll turn around, come up to Atlanta, and then come back across back home to Pasadena. So we'll spend a little time in Jackson and visit with friends, and then we'll add another location. Our next location is going to be Tampa, Florida. So we'll stop over in Tampa, Florida, do some visiting. So we'll type that in. It'll populate for us. And there we are, off to Tampa, Florida, from Jackson to Tampa, Florida. Okay. So if we read from Pasadena over to Fort Stockton is 1,041 miles. Then Fort Stockton to Jacksonville, that's a long day. That's 20 hours, 16 minutes. That's 1,375 miles. And then there's a very short run after that from Jackson over to Tampa, which is 201 miles, a little 3-hour trip. So things kind of even out here. You know, you ride hard one day and ride very little the next. It's pretty good. Okay, so we'll go over from there. We'll go over from Tampa to Miami. And it draws the line. So it takes us over here to Miami. Okay. And then the specifics on that is back up here. So from Tampa to Miami is only a 4-hour day. So that's 279 miles. Okay, so then what we'll do is from there, the next day we can go to our actual destination, which is Key West, Florida. And as you can see, to Key West from Miami, 161 miles, short 3-hour ride. And we can get on over to Key West, Florida. All right. And it's totally mapping for us. Altogether, this day is, it's you add days on because you lay over. But if you were just to run straight and do this, that's one day, 22 hours and 46 minutes, 3,057 miles. So almost 2 days of just straight riding if that's what you do. Okay, so from Key West, we already been to Jackson and Tampa, so we'll just head on over. We'll do another long run and we'll just take off and go to Atlanta, go do some visiting out in Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta, Georgia. It's populating. And it's done. So it's telling us from Atlanta, Key West, Florida to Atlanta is 817 miles, 13-hour trip, which is awesome. So that's good. Very good. Nice little ride. Get in the saddle for a little while again after we took that long ride out through Texas. So then that'll put us in Atlanta, from Key West to Atlanta. Then we'll start heading on back home. So what we'll do is put another short leg in here, stop and do some visiting. So we'll come over to Dallas. How about that? So we'll go to Dallas, Texas. Click add here, and we'll go ahead Dallas. So from Atlanta to Dallas, Texas is 782 miles, 11 hours, 39 minutes. Another great day. Get a chance to sit in that saddle and let it go for a while. So that'll get us back over to Dallas. So then we'll put another leg in. We'll do a little short hop. So we'll go from Dallas to, how about Phoenix, Arizona. Let me click add a location. Okay, it's calculating. Populating the route. So now we get over to Phoenix, Arizona. We're back on the same leg, but going in a different direction. And from Dallas, Texas over to Phoenix is 1,065 miles. So 15 hours. We get another get right in. That's a good little distance. Get your little stretch out in there. You know what I mean? Get on that scooter for a while and get some work done. Okay, so we're back on the same route, different direction, and back home. So from Phoenix to Pasadena is 371 miles, 5 hours, 37 minutes. So that wraps up the round trip routing. The first thing we do is save the ride. Over here, it would give us a chance to name the ride and the description of the ride. So you would have test ride, description. You could put whatever you like. We'll just put test. Okay, and we'll go down here and we'll save the ride. Okay, and you'll see up here it says saving ride. Then it says saved. Then at this point you can export the GPX file on a thumb drive. Take it from the thumb drive, put it into your motorcycle under rides, and you'll be always able to just do a click and get to this map and run it. It'll probably be separate from leg 1 to leg 2, leg 2 to leg 3, and so on, but it'll all be in your motorcycle. And then you can go over to share. If you just want to share it with one of your riders, you go Facebook, Twitter, or you can create a link. You can copy a link, and then you can send this to your co-riders or whoever you want to have this information that can use it, and they can download this link onto a thumb drive and into a GPX file, and they can make it work from there on their motorcycles. Also, one more thing that I would like to share is down here, as you can see, you have a sliding scale, a slider here. And if you look up here, you see a little black dot moving along. And as that black dot moves, as you slide the slider, that black dot moves along your route. But at the same time, if you look over here, it shows you your miles at the dot. So for instance, from Pasadena, where we're taking off from, to Cathedral City, say we just wanted to, we were leaving home and we had 130 miles on our motorcycle on the R. I don't ride the Needle, I ride the Reserve. So I click over to R and it says 140 miles. And I don't want to get gas right now. I just want to leave. So I would follow this, take this slider here, slide it to about 110, which is Cathedral City right there. So I would slide it to 110, and that puts me in Cathedral City. So I know I could at least ride to Cathedral City, and then I'll fuel up. So that's one thing the slider is good for. Or you could just slide it along. See how it slides along the trail? And say the first day I want to ride, say to Juarez or Las Cruces, and I need to know how many miles Las Cruces is along my route. And that tells me already that I could ride to Las Cruces is exactly, let me see, 776 miles along my route. So this is a good tool to use. I like it. It helps me pinpoint different things on the map. And say I wanted to do a service on my motorcycle at 5,000 miles. I would just take this slider and I would just slide it along my route and watch the little dot move. Okay, see how it just follows my route. Okay, so at the same time, I'm looking over here, I'm at 320, 32, 33, and I'm just sliding it along, get up to Atlanta, 38 into my run, get over to Jackson, Mississippi, I'm 42 in my run, get into Dallas, I'm 46 in my run, and Dallas is a pretty big city. So that might be a good place to get my oil taken care of. So I already know before I start my trip, I'm just going to ride my bike. And then when I get to Dallas, which is going to be at about 4,605 miles, then I could just get an oil change in Dallas because I wanted one at 5,000, but that's fine. I'll take that. And then from there, I'll just come on home. So that's something good. This slider really helps you pinpoint where you're going, what you need, and it just makes your ride a lot better. So like I said, we'll get into it the next video, exporting and downloading the GPX file into your motorcycle. So again, thank you for joining the channel, hanging out with me for a little bit. I hope there's something that I said or showed you that you can use, and that would be just great. So again, thank you for joining. Talk to you soon. Bye.
For tips, motivation, or just inspiration, subscribe to my channel, PJ Ground Pounders. Let's get prepared and ride.